And, I said it last week. I don't like to fire people, and I want everybody to make a healthy living and make as much money as they can. But I would have relieved Greg Minuski of his duties last week just to try to shake things up, because at least offensively, even though that's not all of the issues, but the injuries have been devastating, defensively they don't have the same excuse. They have just completely fallen apart. It's a totally different defense than it was 6 or 8 weeks ago with largely the same personnel. It makes no sense. You're getting conflicting reports too. I mean, DJ Swearinger's all over the place with his complaints. I mean, I would basically throw them out the window at this point because he just says stuff. But, he's blaming the coaches.
He just says something every week.
He just says something every week. Yeah. You got to throw it out. But clearly they don't know how to fix the problem. And you would think in any other organization we'd be right near at the end of, eventual regime change. But I have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, Jerry Brewer this morning, and everyone's doing it, is calling for Bruce Allen's dismissal. Bruce is now 58, 82 years here in control of the Washington Redskins. How much worse does he have to do to get fired? None of us know the answer to that.
Seems to be untouchable.
I think anywhere else, he would have been gone a long, long time ago. There seems to be growing sentiment that this could be finally the year. I know Chris Russell keeps reporting that if nothing else, they'll at least reassign him and take him off all of the football responsibilities of the job. But,
we'll see.
What are you going to do with Jay? What are you going to do with his coaches? It's gotten to the point now where you need to just completely clean house.
I mean, you saw some of the bad football teams yesterday, right? Oakland's a bad football team. All right, they're a bad football team. Clearly, going downhill. All right, they win the game. San Francisco's a bad football team. All right, they win the game. Against teams that are still fighting for, obviously Pittsburgh's a division leader. Denver's still in the playoff hunt. These are bad football teams winning games. Washington clearly is a bad football team, but they weren't even competitive.
The thing is,
they're still NFL players.
Yeah, the thing is it's you don't want to use it as an excuse, but even Jay, they're down to their fourth quarterback. The third one couldn't do it. They're down to the fourth one.
That is true. And, and Oakland's got their starter. But
the backups are getting hurt.
San Francisco's got a third stringer too.
Okay, well, we were playing our fourth.
And the fourth was actually doing pretty well.
Yeah, the fourth was doing better than the third.
But I'm talking about the defense. It looks like there's no effort.
I don't understand it.
No communication.
And they started out so well, too. First quarter or so, they played pretty good. It all fell apart with the pick six, which was tipped. To Sanchez's credit / whatever, both of those picks were kind of deflected or dropped balls. But they were devastating.
Correct.
And you just couldn't recover from it. Johnson gave him some life. He at least gives you a reason to maybe have some hope this week that maybe we can be competitive. But where do you go from here if you're Dan? Nobody knows how that guy thinks. Nobody knows what his advisors and the other investors think. So it's a total crapshoot. Anywhere else, there would be regime change. Bruce Allen would be gone. In all likelihood, Jay would be relieved of his duties, and we'd be starting over.
And the other owner would do it.
But we just don't know what's going to happen.
I just wonder what goes through Dan Snyder's mind when he goes home at night to his 40,000 square foot house on the Potomac River. What does he think? Does he think, it wasn't as bad as people say? Or does he think, I really should make a move, but, man, Bruce is my buddy? What goes through his mind? He's the owner of the company.
I don't know.
And when you get embarrassed like that.
Because he's an enigma. Nobody knows how his mind works.
That's what
Nobody
it is.
knows how he thinks. He doesn't do interviews.
To know. I would
Nobody
love
knows.
to know.
Nobody
Doesn't talk
knows.
to anybody. Maybe he just says, screw it. I got enough money. I don't care what happens on Sunday. And maybe just all the outside noise he doesn't pay attention to.
He's got to be completely confused because he's tried to run it, himself, Jerry Jones style. That hasn't
he
worked.
doesn't know what he's doing.
But he's tried to do it himself. That didn't work. He's tried to bring in the old legend like a Joe Gibbs that had some mild success, but Joe couldn't wait to get out of here. He's gone the hot coordinator route. He's gone the hot college guy route, the veteran guy like a Shannon. It just didn't. Everything he's tried doesn't work. He brings in a Bruce Allen.
It's a disaster.
Who, is supposed to be this veteran league executive, has been around forever, and hand over the reins to him. That didn't work.
But as the owner of the company, right, even if he has no idea what he's doing, which he doesn't, he still has guys around him. He's got voices. And unless the voices
they're mostly yes men, from what I understand.
Okay, well, there's got to be at least one saying, you know what, Dan, I know he's your buddy, but we got to make a move. We just got to clean house. You would think that would happen if your company is getting embarrassed like it did yesterday.
I mean, eventually he got rid of Vinny, and he appeared to be closer to Vinny than he does Bruce. I mean, I thought he and Vinny were pretty tight. They played racquetball together and everything.
I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. Now, again, they've had some of the worst luck with the injuries.
The injuries are devastating.
And having to sign guys, off their couches. The offensive line's in shambles. But the defense, relatively healthy, can't make any stops, can't tackle anybody. And there's just no way you should be embarrassed like that 40-16